Culture shapes who we are as individuals and how we define our place in the world, our sense of belonging to a place or group of people. It is a powerful tool that can unite, inspire, educate and transform lives. We are pleased to present to you Burnley's cultural framework, Our People, Our Culture, a cultural reimagining of Burnley. Supported by contributions from over 400 individual community members, cultural professionals, civic leaders, funding bodies, key local businesses and stakeholders, this framework sets out a shared vision to transform Burnley into a thriving cultural centre. We have world-class cultural assets and a strong track record in delivering a range of cultural activity. However, research and consultations highlighted several challenges that needed to be addressed. These included a perception that Burnley was a cultural wasteland, that it lacks an identity which is relevant to today, that the offer was not inclusive, and that the cultural sector was disconnected, under-resourced and under-promoted. This framework is a way for us to address those challenges, a collective commitment to drive change by investing in our cultural venues and workforce, engaging and empowering communities, fostering creativity, embracing diversity, and ensuring that our cultural landscape remains dynamic and inclusive for generations to come. This will pave the way towards a future where everyone in the borough can lead a happier, healthier and more fulfilled life. Central to the vision is the recognition that culture is not static. It evolves, adapts and grows, nor does it exist in isolation. Culture is embedded within many different aspects of our lives, whether we realise it or not. We have much to learn from others that are coming together to put Burnley on the map. We have national leaders in education and multi-award winning manufacturing and digital businesses choosing to locate themselves in the borough. Similarly, leisure is leading the way in initiatives around physical activity, creating firsts for the north and helping the borough to punch above its weight. Success will be forged through collaborations that transcend both sector and geographic boundaries, sharing expertise, harnessing strengths and building on momentum, energy and passion that already exists locally. Together we can create an environment where culture flourishes for the benefit of local residents, businesses and tourism. Between now and 2027, we will be seeking to establish partnerships and secure funding to develop cultural initiatives, events and projects that breathe new life into our venues, streets, parks and public spaces across the borough. 2027 will be a redefining moment, a showcase that celebrates a deep sense of local pride in our collective cultural heritage. This will be our moment to shake off past perceptions and draw a line in the sand that sets out who we are culturally and creatively as a borough and how we want to present ourselves to the world from this point forward. We invite you to join us and to be an active part in shaping the journey towards 2027. Creating a borough that stands as a beacon of cultural vibrancy, diversity and prosperity. To help us to create this roadmap, we invited several business leaders to share what culture means to them. I would like to thank these business leaders for joining us on the journey to Burnley 2027 Year of Culture. It will be these interviews that will be used to inspire us over the forthcoming months.
Thinking ahead to 2027, Burnley is planning a year of culture.
I'd love to see some kind of fashion week within our town, that we can get local colleges, local young entrepreneurs involved in it as well, business owners. I think getting sewing back into the younger generations as well, so back into a classroom would be great.
Who would you like to see on Burnley's catwalk in our Fashion Week 2027?
Who am I going to call on in my celebrity little black book? Ooh, well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to keep you guessing. I don't want to make any promises, but I will definitely get the word about and see who we can get coming to Burnley to showcase local talent.
My vision for 2027 for the centre of Burnley is Lower St James Street as a cultural quarter. This has been an underlying ambition of the HAS programme over the past 3 years, and for those of us who work together on promoting Burnley and providing culture at the heart of Burnley, there is a really strong ambition to cluster cultural activity on that high street strip.
How can your leisure and hospitality and tourism as well, how can they work together with the culture sector to make that a unique package that we can offer as Burnley?
I think it's joint marketing really, isn't it? You know, to put that offering out there. Burnley does have a lot to offer, but it needs to be a joint effort, doesn't it? From all the stakeholders really.
What would Townley Hall's vision of 2027's Year of Culture be?
Oh wow, so the major restorations will all be finished, the building will look amazing. We'll have a full programme of activities that will be relevant to all the communities across Burnley. We'll continue to be a major attraction across the north and across the country as well, because we do get visitors coming far and wide.
It's about the things that we do that are just about connecting with other humans, I think. Like, it's that, you know, whether that's kind of a collective experience where, you know, we're in a crowd at a theatre audience or in a parade or something like that. But it can also be really personal, like if you're reading a book or you're just, you know, viewing a piece of artwork that really resonates with you and you have that connection, and often maybe you feel a connection with the person that created that thing. You know, we did it recently in Burnley. We asked young people and they were talking about religion and traditions and art and sport and food and all the things that they identify.
For 2027, as the Burnley Empire, it would be really great to be a part of some kind of big celebration in the town as a venue. When we had our open day last year, it was the first time the Empire opened since 1995 and the tickets sold out instantly. We had people visiting from all over when we had our open day, so it'd be really great to expand on that, evolve and have more offer and more open days as well for people.
We're talking about culture in a broad sense. What does culture mean to you, Laura?
So culture means a lot of different things, but for me, culture for Burnley is music. It's the music festivals, it's the buskers on the street, it's the performances in the theatre.
And presumably involving different businesses as well, your cafes, getting out into the shopping areas of the town centre.
Yeah, we'd love to see all the town centre businesses get involved in some form or other.
What do you hope to see in 2027?
So I hope to see that the Burnley Live becomes a bigger and better event for everybody. So with the theatre really involved, and you never know, maybe a great headline act will come to Burnley.
Culture's huge. Culture's how you express yourself, it's how you relate to other people and find things in common. It's about the food that you eat, it's about your history and your heritage, it's about your memories, it's about how you imagine the future. We all need to be warm, we all need to be housed, we all need to be fed, we all need to have a social network. These are the basic human needs. But we all need more than survival, which is what that is. We need a way to kind of make friends with each other or form social groups or be creative as communities and maybe find new friends. So we want to create cultural activities where you can come and chat to someone and you find you've got a common interest, and through doing that you maybe learn a bit more about your neighbours and friends who you didn't know because you never saw them come out their front door, and then you can start maybe talking about what your ideas might be for your neighbourhood, and then you start generating ideas together.
The people make Burnley, don't they, at the end of the day? And, you know, people who come to us and visit us say it's, you know, such a welcoming place, the staff are so friendly.
Our people, our culture, because Burnley's cultural story is how we shape our future. Thank you for watching this video, and look out for exciting updates on the Year of Culture 2027.